Your teacher today is Dr. Bosa, Science. Dr. Bosa is a teacher at the Science Foundation College, the best school that teaches sciences. Today, we are going to study Physical Geography, Chapter 3, Volcanicity in East Africa. Volcanicity or volcanicity is the eruption of molten rock or magma onto the surface of the earth, where lava, prokarystic and volcanic gases erupt through a break in the surface called a vent. Erupt through a break in the surface called a vent. Volcanicity takes place when high temperature and pressure build up into the mantle. The high temperature is due to radioactivity, geochemical reactions, and friction at the plate boundary, while high pressure may result from the weight of overlaying rocks on the mantle, expansion of the melting earth crust, and or evaporation of molten magma. When magma pours onto the surface, it loses its gases and becomes lava. Lava or magma may be acidic due to high proportion of silica, above 66%, or basic due to low content of silica. Acidic lava is viscous and largely immobile. It solidifies quickly to form steep landforms and therefore does not spread over a wide area. Basic and ultra-basic lava takes long to solidify and spreads over wide area, thus forming extensive lava plains and large sealed domes. Extrusive features formed by volcanicity. These are volcanic features formed when magma flows on the Earth's surface. 1. Ash and cedar cones. These are small, steep-sided cone-shaped hills, usually less than 200 meters, formed by very violent eruption of many fragments of various sizes, with ash being smaller than cedar. They gradually build up layers of conical hills with a barrel-shaped crater at the top, as illustrated below. Examples in East Africa include Tereke in Kenya, Muganza, and Singwite in Uganda. Composite cones. These are usually large volcanic cones with fairly steep slopes. They are made of alternative layers of ash and lava ejected through a central vent over a long period of time. Each layer of lava over ash represents a phase of eruption. Examples of composite cones are Mountain Kilimanjaro, Meru, Mountain Muhabura on the Uganda-Rwanda border, and so on. Shield cones. A shield cone is a broad volcano with sloping sides that is formed mainly out of land lava that flows out of the central or multiple fissures. The ability by repeated eruptions that occurred intermittently over a vast period of time. Shield volcanoes are much wider than the atoll. Examples include Nyamulangira volcano in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Lava plateau. A lava plateau is an upland with more or less monotonous relief formed by different or successive layers of lava. It is formed by lava that takes long to solidify and spreads over a long distance. Repeated eruptions lead to the building of thick and high plateau which may reach 6,000 feet high. Examples of lava plateaus include Laikipia Plateau on the eastern slopes of Aberdare Ranges in Kenya, Yatta Plateau, Kisoro Lava Plateau of Uganda, and so on. Volcanic plug. Volcanic plugs are very steep-sided volcanic features that stand out prominently above the ground. A volcanic plug is formed by a very explosive eruption where viscous magma is extruded out as a rigid cylindrical mass amidst clouds of hot ash and cinders. Volcanic neck. A volcanic neck was formed when lava solidified in the vent of a volcano and later exposed by erosion of the surrounding cone. Examples include Mawenzi Peak on Mountain Kilimanjaro, Batian and Nerion Peaks on Mountain Kenya. Cumulo dome. A cumulo dome is a steep-sided mound that is formed when lava reaching the Earth's surface is so viscous that it cannot flow away readily and accumulates around the vent. When it forms into a crater, it is called a thyroid or a wizard island. Examples of cumulo domes include Ntumbi Cumulo Dome in Tanzania, Gombe and Nakasongola domes in Uganda. In Kenya, they are found in Tsavo National Park. Thyroids are found in a caldera on top of Mountain Rungwe in Tanzania. Caldera. A caldera is a depression created after a volcano partially collapses after releasing majority of its magma. An example is Ngorongoro. Hot springs, Geysers and Fumaroles. Hot springs are springs with water at temperatures higher than the air temperature of the surrounding region. Examples of hot springs are found at Kitagata and Sepaya in Uganda, Majimoto in Tanzania, and so on. Geysers involves periodic ejection of steam and hot water from the country rocks. Examples of geysers are found at Lake Bongoria in Kenya or the Faithful Geyser in USA. Fumaroles are openings in the Earth's surface that emit steam and volcanic gases such as sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide. Examples are found in the craters of Mountain Kilimanjaro, Mountain Longonot in Kenya Rift Valley, and so on. Intrusive volcanic features. These are volcanic features formed when magma solidifies within the earth crust. They include a batholiths is a very large dome-shaped intrusion of igneous rocks that forms when magma rises into the earth crust but does not erupt onto the surface. Batholiths are normally composed of hard, resistant granite rocks but may be exposed by denudation processes such as erosion and weathering. Examples of batholiths include Mubende, Nakasongola, Luwero, and Singo Batholiths in Uganda, Kakamaya in Kenya, Mwanza and Sukumaland in Tanzania. An Inselberg is an isolated hill of hard volcanic rocks that has resisted denudation processes such as erosion and weathering. Dykes are vertical or steeply inclined igneous rock structures cutting across rock strata. They were formed from intrusion of magma solidifying into igneous rock structure along vertical features or lines of weakness. They vary from few centimeters to hundreds of meters. A ridge is a long, narrow, elevated geomorphologic landform, structural feature, or a combination of both, separated from the surrounding terrain by steep sides. For example, those in Busia, Sukulu, Isingiro, Kisumu, Rungwa Complex, and so on. Trenches are formed when soft dikes within neighboring hard rocks are worn away, leaving long narrow ditch-like depressions on the earth's surface. An example is linear trenches near Lake Turkana in Kenya. Sills are horizontal sheets of igneous rock structure lying between the beddings or plains, formed when magma rises, spreading horizontally and solidifying between the bedding planes of local strata. These may be exposed to form flat-topped hills and cliffs by denudation processes such as erosion and wearing. Examples are Kakins in Ruel and Finca Sills at Finca Falls in Finca district in Kenya. Laccoliths are dome-shaped, intrusive igneous rock structures with flat bases. These were formed from ejection of viscous magma into layers within earth crust that were unable to spread far, accumulating into large masses. Uplands are formed when Batholiths and Laccoliths are exposed by denudation forces. For example, Kitui and Voi areas in Kenya. Importance of volcanicity to economic development of East Africa. Volcanic rock weathering leads to formation of fertile soils. For example, around the slopes of Mountain Elgon. Minerals like diamond, limestone, salt are associated with volcanicity. For example, salt from Lake Katwe in Uganda. Igneous rocks are quarried into small pieces for concrete. For example, Bokassa Hill in Muyenga. Intrusive features such as sills, when crossed by rivers, form spectacular waterfalls. For example, Sezibwa and Bujagali Falls in Uganda. Falls may be used to generate electricity or to attract tourists. Hot springs contain sulfur and other minerals that are used to cure diseases. For example, at Chitagata. Volcanic mountains like Kilimanjaro provide good scenery for tourist attraction. Volcanic mountains influence formation of orographic rainfall on the windward side. Volcanic features like mountains are used to demarcate the boundaries of countries. For example, Mountain Elgon demarcates Uganda from Kenya. Negative effects of volcanicity. Volcanic eruption leads to loss of life and property. Volcanic features like mountains lead to low rainfall on leeward side. Landslides on volcanic mountains, such as Mountain Elgon, lead to loss of lives and property. Volcanic mountains like Mountain Elgon and Geysers Highlands promote soil erosion. Volcanic highlands limit agricultural mechanization. Construction of roads and rail lines is very expensive on volcanic highlands and mountains. Revision sample question is: examine the importance of volcanicity on landforms and drainage evolution in East Africa. 25 marks. 2a. Describe the effect of intrusive features on the development of relief and landforms in East Africa. B. Assess the importance of volcanicity to economic development in East Africa. 3. Account for the formation of volcanoes in East Africa.